Okay, so I just walked in the door and I wasn't expecting to buy a fragrance today, but my weekend adventures of trying to find a fragrance failed. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to this Burlington one more time. I actually didn't go to this one yet this weekend, but I went to this Burlington and I found a couple things that I did not expect to see there. And one thing I don't even know anything about. But I've seen this fragrance online before, and I know it's like a vintage, like 90s, like masculine, manly man. Like this is the man's man fragrance. And I know I've been doing like a lot of like older fragrances. So this one seemed kind of like worthy of a pickup. But I don't own any of these fragrances from this house either, by the way. And I've smelled a couple of them, but I've never owned a bottle of them at all. But I have seen this bottle before, and I've seen like a couple reviews about it, but I just don't really know much about it. But the bottle, when I first saw it, like I was like, holy shit, this bottle is really nice. You know, like for some reason, I really like this bottle. So basically, I bought this fragrance just specifically for the bottle. And I know that's kind of stupid, like, yeah, like you're wasting your money and you might hate it or whatever. Like, I'm just the type of person that just foolishly spends money on shit, you know, because I don't really care that much. You know, like I have been buying like decants and shit, but like this one, I just really wanted the bottle of because I just know it's gonna look awesome on my shelf. So anyway, and I know people have their ways of saying this brand, but the brand is Ralph Lauren, and I know some people say Ralph Lauren, so I don't really know how you would say that. But the fragrance I'm talking about is Safari by Ralph Lauren. So I know this is supposed to be like a woody, kind of fougere-ish, spicy green fragrance. I picked this up for $35.99. I've never seen this at a rack store ever in my life. So when I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this doing here? But yeah, that bottle, or the box is cool with like the reptile skin on it. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're gonna try this out. Now I might hate this, you know, like I like vintage shit. I know I've mentioned this before, but I like vintage stuff, but I don't really love vintage fragrances. Like sometimes I like them, but a lot of the times they just end up just smelling too mature for me. But I hope that I like this, or I hope that I can appreciate it. But if not, the bottle alone is worth the pickup because I mean it was really cheap, you know. And this is like 125 mLs, and I think online and shit, the best price you can really find it for is like $45 to $50. So I got this for $10 cheaper, basically. So anyway, let's try this out. But also, before I open this up, I also picked this up as well for my friend. Juicy Couture Dirty English. I've literally never heard of this. It was only $15. But I was looking at the bottle, and it just, for some reason, like reminded me of my friend. And like it has like his similar vibe. So like I was like, you know, I'm just gonna buy this for him because he's always like struggling with like finding scents and shit and like running out of them like really fast. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get him this just to be nice. So I'm a nice guy, so fuck you if you don't think I am, but anyway. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's try this. Safari by Ralph Lauren. This is an EDT concentration. So yeah. Let's open this up. But yeah, I really like reptile stuff, like more specifically lizard skins and like snake skins and shit like that. I just like the print of it. So I've kind of like tried to like model my channel maybe with some themes of that nature. But yeah, here is the bottle. Oh yeah, look how nice that looks. Yeah, I just really like the way that looks. Yeah, I really just bought this fragrance for the bottle alone. Look at that though, I just love the way that looks. My coat is like making some crazy leather sounds right now. But yeah, I have no idea how this smells. I'll grab a tester strip here. Also, I know some people are like debating on how you should use a tester strip. I know some people say that you're supposed to spray it here, and then some people say you're supposed to spray it here, but I just do it like this. I just hold it like this. But anyway, yeah, let's try this out. I like that cap though. Kind of just like glides on there, kind of nice. But anyway, I have no idea what this smells like, honestly. So let's find out. Let's try it. Here we go. I feel like I know somebody who has worn this. Definitely old school. It's like a very spicy. It's not super green to me though. Like I know some people were describing it as like pine and like green. I feel like this is very much a dad fragrance. Like if you're a dad, I feel like you should probably own this. So I know a lot of people that I was like watching reviews on, they said that this reminds them of their dad, or their dad had this in their collection or his collection. But this very much reminds me of like a fatherly scent. Like if you want to be like a father figure or something, like this reminds me of like what you would be wearing. Like on the opening, it was reminding me obviously of like that barbershop like shaving cream note, but like way, way spicier. As it's drying down, like that barbershop like shaving cream aspect is kind of fading. It's becoming more interesting actually. It really just reminds me of something else. I don't think this is like a clone or anything. Like this is definitely not a clone of any sort, but yeah, I definitely think somebody in my life has worn this. This is definitely not gonna offend anyone. Something like when I smell this, I just picture a manly dude in the 90s or early 2000s who wears New Balance and jean shorts and is probably bald, and he's wearing like a white t-shirt that's in tatters and shit because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if the bottle really matches the smell. And when I think of safari, like this doesn't make me think of anything safari related. It's just like a classic, very inoffensive, sweet, slightly sweet, soapy, powdery barbershop scent. It kind of is similar to other things that I have in my collection. It almost in like this like the slightest way, it's reminding me of Koros kind of, but without like the funkiness of Koros. Yeah, it's reminding me of Koros actually. The more it dries down, this is reminding me of like Koros, but like no musky like funkiness really. There's like a slight animalic like muskiness to this, but nothing that's gonna be freaking freaky to people like Koros might. But uh, yeah, I like it. Would I wear it? I probably would never wear this like seriously. And I know I probably should have bought like a decant of it or whatever, but like I don't want a decant of this, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather just have the bottle. It's like cheap enough, you know. I know sometimes people are like always saying like just buy decants and you won't have like a whole big collection of shit you don't even like, but like this was only $30, like $35. It's only $35. Now, how much would a decant be? Like $2, and then I have to pay for shipping and shit. Then I'm like at $5. You might as well just have the whole bottle, you know, like have the full presentation. But I don't know. I really like that bottle though. It's reminding me of like old money, kind of like vintage, you know, rich person. It just looks like way more expensive than $35, which is not really the appeal. Really, you don't want to like just look like you have a shit ton of money, I guess, because your bottles. I guess I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't know. I just like this bottle. So anyway, this is like something that I go for. Like, this is just like elegant and not super tacky. And it's glass, which is also cool. I just hate those like shitty plastic bottles. But yeah. It says, yeah. That's a pretty big bottle too. 125 milliliters. But yeah. As it's drying down, it's starting to become less spicy. Yeah, it's really reminding me of Koros actually, which is, I don't know if people have related these two, but it's really reminding me of Koros actually. Yeah, I wonder how the projection is on this. I feel like this might not be the strongest projecting fragrance. Yeah, it's really freaking reminding me of Koros now actually. So, yeah, I wouldn't say this is a win or lose. I think this is just kind of like I bought it for the bottle and that's basically it. So, looks cool. Anyways, let me know if you smelled this before, if you have this in your collection. I know a lot of older guys like this. This is definitely an older man's scent. If you're 25, you're not gonna like this. Hell, if you're 35, you probably won't even like this. But yeah, this is definitely like something like 40-year-old man who like looks forward to cutting the grass on the weekends and does all the yard work and shit out of just pure pleasure. That's something they would probably wear. But anyways, I'm not quite there yet. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. Also, let me know if you smelled this. This is just like some random little thing, but yeah, I'm not gonna open this. This is not mine. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you think about Safari by Ralph Lauren. And yeah, I shall see you in the next video. Until then, au revoir.